It's a game where there's a team of zombies and a team of humans. I guess kids run around through campus. I guess the humans run around with like Nerf guns.
You can have like sock bombs and like water guns.
Socks are like the grenades. Like they roll socks up and they're grenades. So
I know, like, I guess the humans wear that little thing on their arm, and then you have the little Nerf guns, and if you shoot them, you convert them to a zombie, and vice versa, I think.
There's humans and zombies, and like the humans that want to be turned into zombies, right?
You wear the little thing on your head if you're a zombie, I think.
if they haven't fed within like 42 hours or something, they die.
Wow, you know way more
One of
than
my
I
friends
do.
was in it.
It looks like people are having so much fun playing it and getting dressed up and busting out their Nerf guns.
I think it's like the zombies trying to capture the humans or shoot them or something. I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
Everyone starts out as a human, so they're going to wear a bandana on their arm, actually, like I'm wearing right now, with the exception of one original zombie. That zombie is going to go around tagging people. If you get tagged, you're infected, you become a zombie, and then you go around tagging people, so the infection spreads throughout everybody. If you're a human, though, in your defense, you can use Nerf guns or socks, and if you shoot a zombie, they're stunned for 15 minutes.
Alright, so I mainly use this gun in situations where I'm surprised by there being a zombie really close without me being aware at all. My secondary is a Maverick from Nerf. I made it so it'll open all the way. I filed out this spot in the top. I've removed all the air restrictors from the inside. I've also added this little doodad. Let you clip it to your belt so it'll shake less in your pocket, and you can pull it out real quick. I modified my socks to look like this because they're a little bit easier to throw accurately and a little bit further. If you can go all socks and not get overwhelmed, then it's a successful strategy that a lot of my friends use.
Back to back, belly to belly, well I don't give a damn, 'cause I done that already. Back to back, belly to belly, every Sunday jamboree.
Every game we try to get video footage of just some ridiculous stunt done by some human. One of them I have, and see this I'm proud of. It was a Thunderdome, which is basically a one-on-one duel with a zombie and a human. I was the human, and I was only given one shot in the pistol, so it's one shot, you know, the zombie just has to tag me. And we kind of circled each other for a little bit. He lunged, and I kind of dodged, and basically he ended up on the ground in front of me, and I just put one right into the top of his head. Plan of the day here is to hit up some of the Halloween stores in town. Right after Halloween, you know, they have big sales on everything, so if we can get a bunch of fake blood or decapitated zombie fingers or
whatever we need for the next game.
Anything we can get for cheap is good.
You walk like a zombie, you talk like a zombie. It's not in your head, you're a living dead. Whatever you gonna do, you're gonna make me cry. And you wanna hold hands in the cemetery, and you wanna be lost for all eternity, and everything's dark and kinda scary, and you're crazy for a move, but I don't care.
What we picked up, some face paint, some fake blood, this little gem that we can use for like promotional videos. That'll be just good for like a close-up on some zombie as he tears out some guy's throat. A lot of fake blood, like I mentioned, extra thick. Fun.
You don't even realize how little you notice everybody else on campus until you play this game. And then suddenly you see everyone, the clothes they're wearing, specifically what they're wearing here or here. That becomes extremely important. And that just like is tense as hell.
You start freaking out when people wear hats.
It was like a huge family for the most part.
A big undead infected family. What?
In our Constitution, it states that in the event of a real zombie apocalypse, Gators Humans versus Zombies will lead the defense of the University of Florida campus.
Count on anybody you know from this game to come and save your ass in the actual event of a zombie apocalypse.
Yes, for real. The one thing is that I know if things go really bad, 2012, and the whole weird things also happen, I'm going to see these people holed up in a room somewhere, and I'm going to be with them, and we're going to be together, and be like, you know what, we saw this coming. We knew. We weren't playing a game, we were training.
Well, I would say that most people, when they see the game, initially confusion, just pure confusion along the lines, what is going on? They can't figure it out.
all they see is people running around with Nerf guns, shooting each other. Oh, they're just acting like children. When really, it's like some companies actually use HVZ as like a training group, team building thing.
You know, it's a bell curve. There's some people who really, really like it. There's some people who really don't like us. But most people are in the middle. They just kind of chuckle. They think it's funny.
People come up and complained to me last time about a guy who had one on his arm and a bunch of socks. And when they tagged him, he would kind of like laugh at them and call them bad names and things.
I think it's kind of annoying having these random kids just like run around and basically act like middle schoolers. I think it kind of makes UF seem pretty lame, actually. You know, it used to be like a #1 party school. Now we have kids running around playing zombies versus humans.
I mean, what do you think about it? Okay, Purdue has the world record right now. Purdue's image isn't tarnished by that. Ohio State, again, same thing. I've heard countless, literally, probably hundreds of players, especially in this game, tell me, hey, I was a freshman, I'm a freshman this year, and I was touring the school in spring, and I saw you guys playing, or I saw your poster, and it looked so exciting, and I just knew that I was going to fit in here, and I really wanted to come to UF.
We were just walking around with Nerf guns, minding our own business, and from across the street we just hear yells of, what am I allowed to say here?
Anything.
Faggots, get a life, nerds, shit like that, and it sucks.
The November game, I want to be the best HVZ game ever. Like I said, we're going for the world record, and I'm pulling out pretty much all the stops. We planned the September game in like 2 weeks, and that's a stupidly short amount of time. You're supposed to take at least a month. So we do have our month now, and I mean, we've got like a fake website for there's a big bad corporation that they're the ones behind everything. Fake website for them, videos for like everything, all the missions. Instead of just getting a written email about what the mission is, it'll be some sort of like video or like a podcast from, you know, the scientist or the military or whoever it is. Like dynamic objectives. Like for instance, if you complete the mission, then the story changes. You know, then you completed it. But if you fail, then okay, the story just goes in that direction. Like this game, I want to be awesome.
All right, everybody, quiet down real quick. Unfortunately, the November game of HVZ had to be postponed until spring. What happened was a few days ago, I was contacted by the Office of Risk Management. They told me that if we're going to have as many players as we do, and we're going to have players from outside UF, that we need this special insurance. 48 hours isn't enough time to raise $600 for this insurance. So, unfortunately, postponed until spring just because we couldn't work out any way that we could actually get the insurance or somehow modify the rules just because of the time constraints. We're still shooting for that world record. World record is 1537, and I'm shooting for 1600. Because honestly, fuck Purdue. We can, like really, what more reason?